Governor Whitmer of Michigan, thank you for joining us this morning. I want to begin with your reaction to the White House guidelines we saw last night. How do you intend to use them?
Well, I think for the most part, they are commensurate with, what we're all thinking, that this has got to be coming in stages, that testing is really important. I would say one of the shortcomings of the guidelines, though, is that one of their gating requirements is that there's testing for high-risk healthcare workers. We have to have a heck of a lot more robust testing than just high-risk healthcare workers. Absolutely, they should be tested, but we should be able to administer a test to anyone who has symptoms, ideally to people who've been around people who have symptoms, and in the best case scenario, just doing them broadly so that we really get a handle on where COVID-19 is and where the threats are. That's, I think, one of the shortcomings of the guidelines, and that's precisely why we governors have banded together, both sides of the aisle, to say we're going to be looking at metrics, we're going to be sharing best practices, we are going to be having an open dialogue, because COVID-19 doesn't respect state line, it doesn't respect party line, and we're all in this together.
Well, one of the governors you're working with in that Midwest Compact is, of course, Governor Mike DeWine of Ohio. He said that in their state, they expect to begin relaxing some of the restrictions on May 1st. Do you believe you'll be able to do that as well in Michigan?
Well, here in Michigan, we've had to be really aggressive. We've got the third highest death rate in the country right now. We are not the third highest state. We have a unique crisis that is playing out here, and we need a unique solution. And so banding together is a good thing, because we're going to work regionally, and we're going to share intelligence, and we're going to make informed decisions. But it doesn't mean that each of us is going to take the exact same steps. I do hope to have some relaxing come May 1st, but it's 2 weeks away, and the information and the data and our ability to test is changing so rapidly. It's hard to tell you precisely where we'll be in a week from now, much less two. But we are looking very carefully at making sure that each decision we make is supported by the science, by the facts, and is in the best interest of the health of the people, because that's ultimately what matters to our ability to ramp up our economy again and avoid a second wave, which would be devastating.
Obviously, the economic and political pressures building in your state. We've all seen those protests, and Alex Perez just reported on the several sheriffs who now said you've overstepped your authority with these stay-at-home restrictions. Your response?
Well, 4 sheriffs out of 83 sheriffs making a point, that's fine. You know what, I can take it. If it makes people feel better to take their frustrations out on me, that's fine. All I ask is let's not get overly political here. Let's focus on the public health. I'm the governor for almost 10 million people. I represent and want to protect every one of them, whether they supported me politically or not, or they were even disengaged. That's my job, is to protect the people of Michigan, and that's precisely what I'm doing with each of these orders. They weigh heavily on me. I know that when I close bars, there are going to be people who are laid off. When I pull kids out of school, there are kids who aren't getting the education they need or the meals that they've come to rely on. And each one of these weighs heavily. There's a price that's paid, and I know that there are a lot of businesses and people that are hurting right now. But the fact of the matter is, it's better to be 6 feet apart right now than 6 feet under. And that is the whole point of this. We've got to save lives. Every life matters.
Governor Whitmer, thank you very much for your time this morning.